Matter of fact, the reason this book even came about, first of all, I want you to know that I never considered myself an author. When I felt the Lord telling me that I was to write this book, I was like, who, me? Like, sir, sir, can we have a powwow? Because this is not, what I'm here for. And it really came about because I had a group of girlfriends. We have a group chat. We would talk in all the time. And we kind of got on this topic of the five love languages, which we're all familiar with. But I started to see through each of their stories and what they had identified as their primary love language, how the enemy had very clearly, to me, attacked them in that same area as a child. And the obstacles and the hurdles that they were facing as adults that were a direct correlation of that. So I think that it doesn't have to necessarily be your parents, but whoever your primary caretaker or guardian was. And I do want to stress that I don't think that a lot of the times it's intentional or even like malicious. But as I stated earlier, it's a generational thing. And so if their parents and the relationship they had with them perverted their perspective of love, and they don't heal from that, when they have kids, that cycle continues and continues and continues.
Yeah, it's funny. I think about it often about, we're just trying to do the best we can, raising these kids. We don't know what we're doing. We feel like we have a pretty good grasp. And in areas that we're broken or blind spots that we have, we are still going to have them when we're trying to rear our children. And my niece Tiana, she'll say on occasion, I just really hope we're not screwing up our kids too much. I think when as we get older, we gain that wisdom. We're like, man, there's a lot of stuff that we're doing wrong, and we're really that's we can only teach the kids what we know, right? And so I had a good conversation with my mother-in-law a few days ago, who I love dearly, and we were just talking about resources that my wife and I have now that our parents didn't have, and then their parents didn't have, right? And so I said, we want to do better. We want to use the resources that we have. And, she felt like she needed to defend her parents, more so than herself. And it was like, no, they didn't, nobody's all bad. But when we're misinformed or we don't have enough information, we we act on that lack of information. And when we have more, we know better, we gotta do better, right? Talk